Elizabeth says before she knew it, this tree came crashing down to the home next door, taking out this bedroom, the debris crashing into the garage, slamming into her car that was inside. Developing details into the shooting that sent Police Chief Greg LeBlanc and his wife, Crystal LeBlanc, a St. Landry Parish deputy, to the hospital only days before Christmas. When I spoke to one witness, and he tells me that while he was here at a car wash that's located right next to the train tracks, he tells me that he watched this man try to cross the train track, and in the process, the train was on its way. The arms were coming down, and that's when that man, according to that witness, says that the man got clipped. Look at the size of this pothole in the middle of the road right here in Grand Coteau. It measures out to be at least over a foot wide. Here's the bullet hole left behind from the shooting that involved 2 juveniles. Gunfire that could have easily taken the lives from the people that live right next door. Savannah Butler approaches the door, but next she had this to say.
Get away from my door.
As you can see, J.M. LaFleur Road is still flooded with over a foot of water. Breaking news this morning into our newsroom. The Vatican confirms Pope Francis has passed away. The 88-year-old pontiff died Monday morning following a series of health challenges in recent years. ABC's Rena Roy has more on who he was and what he stood for. And as you can see right behind me, Hurricane Francine is still packing a punch. These winds, they are blowing very, very strong with a powerful impact. There are dozens of AT&T workers right here protesting against AT&T. They are on strike. I'm Paris Flannigan reporting in St. Mary Parish here in Patterson, where people are still dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Francine. I spoke with one homeowner, Tammy Vining, whose home is completely flooded with water to the point where we couldn't even get inside. This video captures the aftermath of Hurricane Francine, and the damage speaks for itself. Flooding left this small town of Patterson resembling an island.
But from looking at my neighbors, I'll pray for them.
Some people have more than a foot of water inside their homes, like Tammy Vying, who is trapped and can't escape. Water was too high for us to even get to her, so we did this. Okay, so Miss Tammy, just tell me about what comes to your mind whenever you see this.
Disaster.
Not a stranger to hurricanes.
I've been through hurricanes before. I slept through them. I partied through them before.
But nothing like this.
But this is the worst part, is the flood.
The road I actually live on, I can't drive down right now.
Vying is not alone. Michael Oakwan also lives in this neighborhood.
Now, when I left earlier, the water was flowing out, so that tells me the pumps are running. But how long is it going to take it for it to go down? It's pretty serious.
Whenever you see that, what comes to your mind?
Get out of here.
His home spared, but
This was pretty rough for a 2.
Yes, very heartbreaking to see.
Heartbreaking, of course, but Oakland says the town of Patterson sticks together.
We're a little community that does help each other. We check on the neighbors, make sure everything's okay.
Tammy says she doesn't plan to leave her home. Instead, she plans to restore it once the water goes down. But there's no telling how long that will take. Reporting in Patterson, I'm Paris Flannigan in St. Mary Parish, KATC TV3. Good evening and welcome to Acadiana's News Channel at 10. I'm Paris Flannigan. Earlier today, I brought you breaking news as the Ville Platte Police Department announced human remains have been found outside north of the city off of Tate Cove Road. This is the second discovery in 3 days after police recovered another body near the MLK Community Center in Ville Platte Saturday. As reported, 2 people are missing from the Ville Platte area, including 16-year-old Dejavon Wilson, who police say they believe could be one of the bodies found. Earlier today, I spoke with Dejavon's mother, Quanda Wilson, and got a first-hand reaction after she heard the news. During the holidays, not having the people you love around can be challenging.
Christmas don't feel like Christmas no more. There's too much going on. Too many families losing people. It's too much. So no, Christmas not Christmas.
Quanda Wilson, the mother of 16-year-old Dejavon Wilson, grieves over her missing son who disappeared earlier this month.
I'm not going to stop searching. I'm not. And I'm not going to stop making calls and checking to see where he is.
Wilson says her son was last seen at a Dollar General store on Tate Cove Road. Over the weekend, police discovered a body near the MLK Community Center in Ville Platte. Ville Platte police believes it to be the missing teen, but awaits results from an autopsy.
If you're grieving, especially with a really difficult situation, some of the feelings you might be feeling are overwhelmed. You might be having difficulty concentrating. You might find yourself emotional or over-emotional at times.
Heather Prejean with Hospice of Acadiana explains the grief one may feel in an absence of a loved one and how to cope.
Although our loved ones mean well, they don't always know how to support and validate. So that's the main part of our process, is creating the safe space for them to just express whatever emotions they are having and do that in a very safe space without judgment.
But Quanda says she has a solid support group and remains hopeful.
Son, I love you. I'm here for you. If it's anything that somebody's telling you or coercing you to say something, reach out to us. You know my number. Call me. Call your Aunt Toby. Call your grandmother. Call your grandfather. Call your dad. Call your Nanny Shonda. Call somebody. We will pick up the phone and we will come to you.
It's a scene of complete elation. Tufts University doctoral student Ramesa Ostark released Friday afternoon from this ICE detention center in Basile.
I really appreciate you being here and thank you so much for all the support and love. I am a little bit tired, so I will take some rest, but I really appreciate you being here.
Hours before her release, activists and support groups were outside of the detention center protesting for her release, expressing she was wrongfully detained in Boston, Massachusetts.
First and foremost, just that Ramesa is a fellow human being and is being unlawfully and inhumanely detained here, but also that she is a student.
In March, Osturk co-authored an article that was critical on Tufts University's response to the war on Gaza. Following her statements, ICE agents detained her.
But the point is not what she said. The point is she has a right to express that opinion.
Taylor Walker, a family and medicine physician, also attended Tufts University. Walker came to support Osturk as the PhD student suffers from asthma, and she was concerned about her health.
It was another day that her life was at risk. And so I'm just so excited that she's going to be released, and I'm going to do a quick exam, make sure that she is doing all right, and then we're going to get her home, back to our home of Boston.
Yeah.
A judge ruled after a 4-hour hearing to release Osturk.
Okay.
I mean, it's just completely ridiculous, and so I think highlighting, what Ramesa has been through and the injustice that she's faced, right? Injustice that she's faced is really important. I think it's important that people hear the stories coming out of these detention centers so that the public understands why we're out here in the rain, why we've been here since 8:30, and why we're continuing to fight like hell for every single person being unjustly detained, because no one deserves to suffer like she has over the last month and a half or so.